start this look, I'm going to take a cream eyeshadow. Well, actually, this is a cream eyeliner. It's an ivory one by e.l.f. And it doesn't show up really white on Asian skin, so it makes an excellent base, a non-stick base for your eyeshadows. So I've just loaded up a small synthetic brush, and I'm going to place this over the eyelid. You can see it makes a brilliant light base. And go quite thinly and spread it out. Now, using a white base is excellent for Asian skins because you're more likely to get the vibrancy of the eyeshadow that you want to use. So things that are light generally don't show up that well on my skin. They kind of get blended in and you get sort of the shimmer effect of them. So most things that have a silver hint don't really show up. Anything that's pink tends to just sort of come out with a bit of gold. And even this sort of white cream eyeliner is just coming out sort of pearlescent over the eyelids. So that's a fantastic base. You'll know when it's kind of ready because the brush does not want to move anymore. So now I'm just going to use a really light eye dust, and it's this one. I don't know if it'll show up, but it's Earth Goddess Minerals, and the colour is Pearls. So it really is that sort of bluey, pinky, iridescent colour. I'm just going to tap a bit of this into the cap. I've taken a fairly flat eyeshadow brush, really tap off the excess, because otherwise it will go everywhere, and gently press over the eyelid. And there you actually get the colour that you're supposed to. If I were to just put this onto my skin, you just get a dusty silver, and it's just not great. You're not going to get that sort of really bright pearlescent colour. You'll just get something a bit dusty that doesn't really show up. This way you get the full-on pearlescent colour. White bases will work really well to give you the vibrancy and the true colour of an eyeshadow. A black base will bring out the depth and the sort of the intensity of the colour. So if I were to use a black base and then put a purple pigment over the top, it would look really, really intense. But a white base just gives you that true colour. I'm going to go with a midnight blue. I'm just going to take in the finest, longest, most tapered brush that I have, and this is a liner brush. And it's excellent for this. This takes a steady hand, so you can rest your hand on something and then go for it. I'm just going to start in the corner, and I'm following my crease, just following the natural curve of the eyeball, and then I'm going to flick outwards like this. You don't have to do this bit, the flicking bit. And then just fill it in gradually. I've done both. If you find that you're having trouble with it and you want to neaten it up, you can do one of two things. You can take, let me grab one, a cotton wool bud like this and sort of clean up underneath and smudge it down a bit. You can make it sharper if you want to. I kind of like, because my eyes are quite deep set, I need quite a thick line. This is such a great look for Asian Oriental eyelids and deep set eyes. It's amazing. It's really pushed everything out. And if your eyes aren't as deep set as mine, you can do a really thin line to fake out the cut crease. Whereas I've made mine quite thick, as you can see. And I've actually sort of smudged mine upwards as well. Top lash line really thinly. Don't need a lot. Just a touch. There, so just thickened out the lashes. And you can flick it out a touch if you want to as well. you've got that double flick, which looks pretty cool. Sort of do a mini version of the one above for symmetry. And just take your time. I'm using minuscule amounts of this. I'm just going to take a bit underneath as well, just to thicken out the lower lash line. And you can wing that sort of downwards because it really helps to sort of open up the eye. I've just sort of winged it. You can hardly see, but you can see the sort of tip there. Now I'm just going to pop on some eyebrows. For this look, they're going to be quite sort of thick and defined. So I'm just going to draw out my normal eyebrow. And I'm going to extend it a bit as well. And then I'm going to make it quite sort of thick. Along the top. So the eyebrows are on, and I'm just going to extend the white eyeshadow out. Just a touch. Underneath the rest of that sort of crease. It just sort of helps keep the illusion going. I'm not sure where you'd wear this look, to be honest, but let's say you had a fancy dress party and you're going as Cleopatra. This is very true to the style. So now for my sort of theatrical Egyptian drag look, I'm going to place on some false lashes. I've just glued them here, and I like to use 2 pairs of tweezers. I hope you can see this. And I sort of pop it, anchor it in the middle, pop it down at one end, then pop it down at the other. Just check they're okay, move them if I need to before I glue them down. In you go. There we are. Get in. And then sort of. So finally, for this Egyptian inspired theatrical look, I'm going to take a very bright orange lipstick, which comes out a beautiful corally shade on me, and it's this one, and it's called Pumpkin, and it's by an American company called Todd. And you can get them shipped to Europe. So on it goes, and you can just see you get this amazing peachy colour. It's not as bright as sort of the orange that we're getting off this. It looks amazing. So if you're darker skin toned like me, check out the really bright orange lipsticks, because they aren't going to look that scary as they are in the tube on your lips. This is quite a dry lipstick, which is nice because it's full of pigment. But it is very dry, so putting it on straight from the bullet, you may find all your dry bits show up. So I hope you enjoyed that look. As I said, it was a little impromptu, as I was just sort of going with a few different ideas that I've been having. That's the finished look, and I hope you liked it. Bye bye.